year and a half ago, David Gida held a small party for friends and neighbors here in his apartment in Connellsville. In the early morning hours of June 8, 2011, the party broke up and the guests went home. Accounts taken later from these guests don't seem to suggest that anything was amiss at the party, but as the guests were saying goodbye to David Gida, they were actually saying goodbye to him for the last time. In the afternoon of June 8, 2011, David Gida's 18-year-old son went into his father's apartment and found his body where he'd been stabbed multiple times and killed. Although less than 2 years have passed since his murder, the case has been classified as cold. No murder weapon was ever found, and after a few weeks they didn't have any possible suspects. The Gida family talked with us about how they've processed this loss and about the day that they found David's body.
And his son called. He called my husband, actually, and he was, of course, hysterical because he was still at the scene. He's the one who found his father.
The other son.
Justin, yes. And he told us that his dad was gone. Where he lived, okay, it was like there was a lot of apartments in there, and no matter what, there was always people hanging out, okay, because there was a gym right here, his apartment was here. You could actually look out his door and see the gym windows and people working out in this gym, okay, and all of a sudden that night, there was nobody. Like, nobody seen nothing, no one heard nothing, there was not a soul outside.
It was a specific amount of people. Somebody knows. Somebody knows exactly what happened, if not several people.
David was known as a helpful, caring person and father who worked as an ultrasound technician in trauma care, and in his spare time did maintenance work for those who lived near him, without ever asking for anything in return. His family said he was a very giving person who never hesitated to give, and at times maybe gave too much.
He never looked at anybody, no matter, you could walk in with tears all through your clothes. And
Yeah, he didn't.
He had as much respect for the guy laying on the street as he did in some of the $3,000 suit.
Each day I wake up, it's like someone took his life, but they're still out there having theirs. It's just not fair.
Our investigation led us to several suspects. We interviewed them. Many of them have been eliminated. We do have one suspect that we are looking at. Right now, we are waiting for evidence to be analyzed. Certain items were taken from the scene, and we are waiting to see what is determined from that analyzation. It looked like there was maybe some type of disturbance. We're not sure exactly what happened.
I have that lit in hopes that this will guide the police to a safe arrest of the person that took away my brother.
But every day, I try to get home, get on the computer, look around, don't know what I'm looking for.
I kind of feel like until this person is caught, David can't rest in peace. God did not do this. The evil sinner did this.
This individual's out there incapable of such a heinous act. To think that he could be riding a bus next to you, he could be the guy that you argue with at the traffic light, the guy behind you that you cut in front of at the grocery store. You don't know what's going to set him off.
This is what we deal with on a day-to-day basis. The anger, frustration, nightmares.
Now, I do believe the case is closed. I believe it's going to need one person to come forward. One person, one extraordinary individual.
Please help my family get a little bit of closure. It's never going to be closed for us. But if we could just have some answers. I would be so grateful.
If you have any information about the homicide of David Gida, you're asked to please call Fayette County Crime Stoppers at 1-888-404-TIPS. For Herald-Standard, this is Jessica Bozel.